So there is something happened with my previous video that I posted about real estate, and I had to redo it again. And there was no sound for some reason. So, as I mentioned before, I would like to raise a concern regarding the real estate market in Rwanda, particularly the role of foreign construction and development companies. I genuinely struggle to understand how some developers, especially foreign companies from France, Belgium, China, and elsewhere, evaluate the housing market here without properly considering Rwanda's economic realities. Rwanda, as I mentioned before, it's not Western Europe, not North America, not Australia, or highly developed Asian economy. The purchasing power of the average person here is significantly lower. Yet, we see villas, houses, apartments, and condominiums being sold for prices from 265 million or even 375 million Rwandan francs. These prices feel completely disconnected from the local economic context. It often appears that developers are applying European or American market logic directly to Rwanda as if the markets were comparable, but they're not. Income levels, access to credit, and overall purchasing power are fundamentally different. So the question is, who is realistically expected to afford these properties here in Rwanda? Many of these developers openly state that around 70% of buyers, of their buyers, do not even live in Rwanda. Properties are purchased for foreigners, then rented to other foreigners for at high prices. This creates a cycle where developers profit quickly and investors profit through high rents. But the local population is left out entirely. What about Rwandans who want to own modern housing? How can the average Rwandan person or family afford a property priced at hundreds of millions of francs when the minimum wage and average income are nowhere near these levels? Even access to financing is limited. Most banks offer mortgage loans of around 10 years, which is extremely short. In countries like the United States, mortgage typically run to 30 years, making ownership more accessible. A 10-year repayment period makes these properties unattainable for most people. From my perspective, this real estate market feels overpriced, poorly structured, and insufficiently regulated. Prices are driven by speculative foreign demand rather than local affordability. There is a clear need for stronger oversight and for policies that encourage affordable housing for lower and middle income Rwandan family, not just luxury developments designed for foreign buyers. Modern, decent housing should not be reserved only for expatriates or wealthy investors. Local people should also have the opportunity to own and live in safe, modern, and dignified homes. This issue genuinely troubles me because importing European or American economic models into Rwanda or anywhere in Africa without adapting them to local realities simply does not make sense. Development should be inclusive and balanced and rooted in the country's actual economic conditions, but not based on unrealistic assumptions. That was happening right now in the real estate market in Rwanda. So that's what the main principle what I was trying to talk about the real estate market here in Rwanda and why prices are so high uh, for the housing that for the price that they're giving trying to sell your house here or apartment you basically can purchase a house or apartment for the same price in Europe. Doesn't even make sense how they compared Rwandan market and mixed it with European market and American market, which is Really, really doesn't make sense. Thank you.